What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded Lost Souls. Oh yeah, guys. So last episode, we started working with a little bit of astral sorcery. We're trying to get ourselves a void resource miner so we can start progressing through environmental tech. Now, in order to do that, we need to get into astral sorcery and we need to get into Botania. I know. That's where we're at right now. So another thing we discovered is the place that we need to go for astral sorcery is like 1900 blocks away from our base. We can get there by using our squid ring and our hang glider, but it takes about 3 minutes, 4 minutes in real lifetime. Also, and when we do that, I don't know if you guys notice this, when you use the hang glider now, it doesn't go in a straight line. Previously, you just point the direction you want to go, and the hang glider would just send you off in that direction. Now, when you choose a direction, and you're going on the hang glider, I'm not touching the mouse anymore. It kind of like drifts back and forth a little bit. Sometimes it'll go way off to one side or whatever. Yeah, it's just kind of, it works. It's better than walking. I'll have to admit that. But it's kind of a little weird. And then I think maybe that side-to-side motion, maybe it's when it's raining as it gets really bad. I don't know. But there was times where it like almost went 90 degrees in the wrong direction from the way I wanted to go. And yeah, I wish it was better. But anyway, we want to be able to get from here to there and not have to worry about it. So we're going to start looking at a little bit of RF tools to do this for us. So we want to do RF tools, and we want to look at the matter blocks here. There's a matter transmitter, a matter receiver, and then, yeah, I guess that doesn't show here. We also need the dialing device in order for us to tell the matter transmitter where to send. The dialing device can connect to the receiver somewhere else, right? Okay, so we want to make these blocks here. I know we made a little bit of RF tools machine frames before, but I don't remember how many we have or if we have any remaining. It looks like we have extra utilities. I'm pretty sure we made some of the ones from RF tools. Maybe I am mistaken. What are these things called? They're just called machine frames. So let's double click here. We'll do a pipe and we'll do machine, and we will look in the chest. I don't see it there. I don't see it here. I seem to remember that I made some of these, and maybe we only made one. That's definitely a possibility. Okay, so machine. Oh, was it machine frame or machine block? No, I don't remember. Let's click on one of these. That is called a machine frame. Okay, so an RF tools machine frame is rather inexpensive. 4 iron, 2 gold, and 2 lapis. So we need to make 2 matter transmitters and 2 matter receivers. So we need 4 of these machine frames. And then the dialing device, we need 2 more of those. So yeah, we have to make quite a lot of those. Iron is a problem, it would appear. Do we have any iron over here still, or are we out of iron pretty much? I know there is a few blocks in here. Maybe that'll get us through. We need 3 more iron, and then we can pour out blocks at a time and not have to worry about casting out ingots individually. So I'll do this. We'll get a little bit of frame stutter because that's just the way the solid fuel works, I guess. It just causes all sorts of weirdness with the frames. All right, so let's pour this out. That's a basin upgrade. Yeah, let's pour that out. We will make 3 blocks more of iron, and yeah, we should be able to do this. So while that's casting out, I saw that we had a block here and 6 more iron, so we should be able to get some things going. So we will go ahead and grab some gold nuggets, I think is what we needed. We need some lapis. And we have iron, right? Okay, so we need 6 of those. How many can we make? 3. That's not 6. Quest complete machine frame. Okay, I didn't know there was a quest for that, but that's awesome that we have a quest complete for that. Quest complete Flux crystals. Wait, what? Let's go to our quest real quick. RF tools. Where was that section at that we just completed? Was it this? I'm not seeing it in here. Extra additions. Not seeing that particular one. Thermal. Environmental. RF tools. Okay, well, we have this unlocked. I don't think this was unlocked before. Did us just making that machine frame unlock this section? Or was this already unlocked and now I'm just really forgetting? I don't know. Machine frame is complete. Let's claim that and maybe we'll get ourselves some iron for a reward. I doubt it, but Maybe. No, we get ourselves a lot of cake. Okay. Well, don't really need a lot of cake, so we'll just put that away for now. I think that's every type of cake that you can get in the mod pack. Crazy. All right, so we have 30 more iron. We need to make 3 more machine frames. Let's do that. Not a whole lot of iron left. We're going to have to figure that out here very soon. Probably have to go mining, most likely. Matter transmitter. So we need 2 of those, so that's 6 more iron. And then the matter receiver, we need 2 of those, so that we need total 12 more iron. How much do we have? 18. We should be able to do this. So we need ender pearls and redstone. That's pretty easy for us to do. Okay, so we can make 2 matter transmitters, and then we need 2 matter receivers. Very good. Okay, so we have these guys made. We do need 2 dialing devices, and thankfully that does not require any more iron. I do believe we should have the redstone torches. Oh yeah, we have exactly enough. Redstone. Yeah, we should be able to make that. There we go. 2 dialing devices, 2 matter receivers, 2 transmitters. Now that's, I would want to say that's the hard part out of the way, but we still have to power these things. They don't just work. You have to give them power. Now I was thinking how we're going to send power between our base and 1900 blocks away. In this mod pack, we do have the Flux Networks mod, which is fantastic. So a Flux plug will send energy. Flux points receive energy. So the Flux plug makes like, just a network or whatever, and the Flux points receive from that network. So we have to make 1 plug, and then we have to make as many points as we want to connect to power sources. Being that this is going to be at the base with one of those, we only really need just the Flux point remotely. But we do need at least 1 Flux plug, so we got to make this. So a Flux Core that is made with an Eye of Ender, some obsidian, and Flux, and we happen to have Flux. I believe we are getting that just by mining. Actually, is it not in here? I thought I had a bunch of Flux. Where did that go? Did I move that to a different chest? I might have done that. Yeah, we have Flux up here. Okay. So I don't, you know what? I'll just take the full stack. I don't really know how much we need at the moment. It did require a Flux block, right? So that requires 4 Flux Cores, and we get 4 of those per Eye of Ender. I really don't know how many of these we need, so I will make 4 Eyes of Ender just so we don't have to keep making them over and over again. And then we do need obsidian. Okay, so let's do this. So we want to make a Flux Core, and then we want to make a Flux plug. We need a Flux block. Okay, so there's a block. The plug. You know what? The Flux block, you could make those as well, I believe, by throwing a redstone block into lava. I haven't tried that, and that would definitely be cheaper than making this recipe, especially since we don't have all of the obsidian because we haven't just mined it yet. Anyway, so we want to make another one of these, and then we should be able to do... I want to make that. We have Flux Cores and the Flux block. Okay, I don't know why I wouldn't do that before. So there is a Flux plug. Very good. So now we need at least 1 Flux point, and that is another one of those around a redstone block. Okay, so let's grab 1 redstone block, and we'll grab a Flux point, and there we go. Okay, so now the only other thing we have to do to get this to work, besides powering the matter receiver transmitter dialing device here, is we have to put this Flux plug on one of our connections. I'm thinking we're just going to put it right on here since this thing... What am I on? This thing right here has a million RF in it. Kind of makes sense that we should tap into that. We tap into the wire and this at the same time. In order for this to work, we do have to hit that with a wrench, actually. Let me get that out of here. Where did that go? Did I lose it? Oh, man, it's way down there. Okay, so I got that again. Let me grab the Immersive Engineering hammer. Yeah, we have to hit that thing. The battery there, it has to know that's outputting, because right now I think it's set to nothing. So we need the engineer's hammer. It's probably my inventory, but I'm looking in this chest. Up in this one. I can never find anything that I'm looking for. Here it is. Engineer's hammer. Okay, very good. We'll go back over. We'll hit the capacitor with the hammer. We want it on the orange setting for output. Blue is input, like a lot of things. There you go. There's the orange setting. And here is our flux plug. Okay, so right click on here. It says, please select the network. No networks available. Click to create a network, a new network above. So click the plus button. We'll just call it Hypnotizd network. That's fine. Access setting private. Doesn't matter. We're on single player. And create. Okay. So now go back to the home. We can say ignore limit true. So that will send more than whatever the max number is. We don't have that much RF per tick, but maybe in the future we will. And I think that is okay. We have to click this, I think. Ignore limit true. Unavailable, allowed players, right? Okay, I think we're good. This thing is now green. This connection. Max, no limit, priority 0. Okay, I think we're set on sending the power wirelessly. Let me replace those blocks real quick. How do we do this? It is Alt-click to set a selected item. All right, and then we'll just fill that back in so there's not a big hole in our wall. Okay, so now we're sending power from here, and we can get that remotely. I guess we could check that out and see if that works by using a flux point here. So let us set down something, matter transmitter and a matter receiver. Now, I haven't thought about where we're going to put these things just yet. I guess this room over here really hasn't had any use yet. Well, I guess we do have some immersive engineering things. Where do we want to put these things? I don't know. I guess we could put it back here. It'd be close to our power supply. These 3 back rooms, I'm pretty sure haven't been used for anything at all. Okay. Well, we'll put a matter transmitter here. We'll put a matter receiver here. And then we need to put a dialing device. Let's see. I think that has to be next to the matter transmitter in order for that to work. Okay. So if we right click on this, it does see something here. Let's rename this. We'll call this base. Okay, so now if we look here, we can see base, and then we can select the point, which would be this receiver here. We don't want to do that. I'll call this one base as well. Base receiver. Okay, so now we can see, or let's change this one to base transmitter. All right, so this has a power bar on it. This has a power bar, and this one. So all 3 of these do need power. Right, so we should be able to put our flux point on this and just see if it is sending power. So oops, I clicked on the wrong one. We want to do this one. Select the network, this one. So we are, in fact, receiving power here, so that's awesome. So we'll be able to send power wirelessly across over to our other area, and then we'll be able to transport. Now, another thing we are going to want to do is grab some pipes, some leadstone flux ducts. It's probably what we want to use here. And that way we only have to use one flux point, and then we can send the power through the wires or whatever, right? All right, so where is our leadstone flux ducts? I'm not seeing any in here. Maybe we have used them all, or maybe I am blind. One of the two. I'll just make some more leadstone flux ducts. Okay, so those are redstone, lead, and glass. None of that is expensive, but we are running into a problem where my inventory is super clogged. So let's get rid of some of these things that I don't need on me at the moment. Okay, so we need redstone, lead. Do we have lead? I'm pretty sure we have a decent amount of lead in here somewhere. Here's some blocks. I'll unblockify those, and then we need some glass. Okay, so let's make a few of these. 24. That should be more than enough. All right, we'll put that away and that away. Okay, so now all we got to do is just connect. Oh, I didn't put the lead away. All we got to do is connect that flux point to these pipes. The leadstone. What is this guy? That's a regular Enderman. Don't look at him. I thought that might have been like a Frienderman or whatever because the particles on him were pink. But I guess we still have the blood moon going on. Okay. So yeah, we'll connect these guys up over here. Like a so, like a so. Now, both of these... Yeah, both of those are now gaining power. And we should be able to use these just fine. I think I will end up making another flux point. I was thinking that we would just connect these up to our power system and not make one of those. But the flux point... Those are kind of inexpensive, right? So 1 redstone block plus one of these flux cores? That's really not that bad. I think we should just make another one. And instead of running power pipes all over the place, we can just use those flux points to send power around the base. Yeah, that's probably the best idea. Okay, so I'll go ahead and make another flux point. I'll fly all the way over to our astral sorcery area, and we'll check these out and make sure that they work. Alright guys, so it looks like the power is being sent wirelessly over here. One of the things that I was concerned about as I was flying over here was, is our base chunk loaded? I guess we must be in the spawn chunks or something, otherwise I don't know why this is working. I was kind of looking for chunk loaders, and we do have the chicken chunks chunk loader. In order to make one of those, we have to put in a spot loader into a resonator, which is kind of an odd thing, right? The spot loader we have to make with a warp stone from waystones, which I don't know if I've ever made that before, but that doesn't look that bad. You just need some purple dye, ender pearls, and an emerald. That's fine. But we do need an empowered emeradic crystal. Yeah, so that is the empower with an emerald block. We don't have an empower yet. We haven't even started into that portion. And then all of these books to make the one spot loader. And then we can just resonate that directly into the chunk loader, which doesn't seem that bad. But yeah, we don't have that done yet, and it looks like it works, so we don't have to worry about it. Anyway, so matter receiver, we can call this altar receiver. Okay, and then we will call this one altar altar transmitter. It's hard to type when you can't see what you're typing there. Okay, so there we go. Altar transmitter, altar receiver, and then here we go. So we have an altar transmitter, and we are going to go to the base receiver, and we'll do dial once. We don't want this thing going all the time. We only want to do it once in case something happens, it gets disconnected or whatever. So let's see if this thing works. It says starting teleportation, and we're back at the base. Awesome. All right, so now we can do base transmitter to the altar receiver, dial once. Okay, let's try it. And here we are. Yes. Okay. So now we don't have to worry about flying all the way around everywhere. We're good to go, guys. This is awesome. All right, so I'll grab some more of this marble. I did have to poke a hole in here so we could get out before. I don't want to deal with that. Close it up. Make sure no monsters are going to get in here, and all of that stuff. Okay, very good. So now that we have this done, we're able to warp back and forth freely. We can now start progressing. So we were going to make ourselves a mana pool. Let's get back to the base. So transmitter to the receiver, dial. Whoops, I wanted to dial once. Actually, you know what? I guess it's fine. So we'll dial over here. So we need to get ourselves a mana pool. Now, for the mana pool, we need 5 living rock, and it had to be crafted on the Starlight Altar thingy. I can't remember that's the name of it. On the Astral Sorcery crafting thing with the crystal. So we do have a little bit of living rock around here, yeah. And then we needed 5 more of that in order for us to make the Runic Altar. The Runic Altar also requires us to have a mana pearl, which we don't have yet. So we'll take an ender pearl and we'll look at throwing that into a mana pool that's got some mana in it in order to make that. So first things first, we have to go back and craft this 1 mana pool. We'll probably want to make more of them, but I don't see this being an issue at all. So let's do transmitter to the altar receiver, and I'll just dial. Yeah, the dial once is more something that you worry about when you're making the RF tool dimension worlds. I guess for overworld teleportation like this, it doesn't matter as much. But if you do move the transmitter or the receiver, you gotta be careful about it. Okay, so let's do a look at this. We want the mana pool. Do a look. Let's go ahead and look at this. So yeah, just a regular recipe. We're on the altar. We have the light and nothing is showing up here. So why is this? Luminous crafting table. Does it have to be nighttime in order for that to work? That's something I don't know either. Huh. It says it's daytime, almost 8 o'clock daytime, according to right above the mini map. So I guess we're gonna have to wait around for a little while in order for it to become nighttime, and maybe then this recipe will work. Alright guys, so try as I might, I could not get the mana pool to be made. So I was looking at the Astral Sorcery book here, went back into the discovery section, and we made the resonating wand last time, and I saw there was a luminous crafting table here. I didn't realize that was its own special block. Okay, so it says using a regular crafting table to interact with the starlight emitted by the shrine crystal, henceforth labeled as collector crystals, seems to be rather inefficient. The table is only able to receive a small amount of starlight from the crystal. Not only that, but the table must be in very close proximity to the crystal in order to receive any light at all, as we saw. The luminous crafting table solves both issues perfectly. It is able to absorb and utilize a much larger amount of starlight than the crafting table in the ruins. Also, it does not require a connection to the collector crystal to collect starlight at all, as it has its own receptacle. So do we need to warp back and forth to that place? I don't know. But anyway, it shows that we have a recipe here to make this thing, which requires 6 marble. I think it's just any of the marble, 1 sooty marble, and a crafting table. So a sooty marble is made, I think that's just a regular crafting because there's no little star symbol. You see how there's light here? It says needs light shining at it when crafting. I think the other one does not for the sooty marble. Okay, so that is 8 marble around a piece of coal. Let's see if we can craft that up here or if we need to go to the table to craft that. So we need a piece of coal. Do we have a single one around here somewhere? Oh, that's all done. That's all done. Okay, I guess we don't have any singles. So I will break apart this block here. And then we need 8 marble, which I already have in my inventory. All right, and we do this, and yeah, looks like we can craft that. All right, so we have the sooty marble. We need to make ourselves a crafting table. All right, so we'll make a new one of those. Very good. And back to the book, it says that we need 6 more marble with starlight. Okay, well, hopefully it doesn't need direct starlight because it's now daytime. Hopefully it just needs a connection to the crystal. We'll give this one a go and see if we can make any progress here. Yeah, this mod is one of those ones, like, if you know what you're doing, it's really easy. If you've never done it before, it's kind of like, why aren't things working? Okay, so we will do a sooty marble, some of that, and not living rock, we need regular marble. Oh, here it is, a luminous crafting table. Okay, you learned more about exploration. So does that mean if we go in here, we have exploration, discovery. Okay, so now we have a new section unlocked. Ooh, all right, so we got lots of stuff to take a look at here. Starlight Crafting Altar. Yeah, that's one thing I do know about this mod is the crafting progressively gets bigger and bigger and you have to make like crazy multi-block structures. But how that's all done, I don't know. I've never done it before, so that'll be one of those things that we figure out as we get to it, I suppose. How do I get to the discovery section? Here it is, discovery. We have to zoom in over here. All right, so that's done. So we've seen marble, sooty marble. I guess those two are connected to each other by that one line. And then over here we have different ores. I guess that's probably going to be something. Rock crystal ore in the deepest reaches of the world. The intense heat and pressure form incredibly rare and fragile crystals. These crystals each have their own unique properties. Okay, well, we don't need crystals just yet. But I guess when we do need them, they'll be deep in the world below. Okay, so it looks like the discovery section is pretty much done. Exploration is going to be the next part when we need to progress this mod a little bit more. Looks like we have a grindstone, some crystal tools, so we'll probably have to figure out how to get those crystal. Right, crystal property, crystal growth. Okay, so it sounds like we might be able to reproduce more crystals, which is going to be good. Phosic resonator, Phosic, I don't know what that is. Cave illuminator. This thing I've seen before, which is kind of cool. This will, I think I don't know how far, like in an area around the cave illuminator, it'll go through and light up caves for you after a certain amount of time has passed. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So you don't have to go down and spam torches yourself. It'll just put light sources in there for you. Anyway, so now that we have the Luminous crafting table, we need this in order to make our mana pool, right? So let's go back to the base. We'll look and see if we can put this somewhere. Probably teleportation was interrupted. Did it just say that when I came here because I was moving around the teleporter a little bit? Maybe. Anyway, so we need to put this somewhere where we can do some crafting, and I think probably right on top of the base is going to be our best bet. Most likely what I'm going to want to do is make another mega torch and stick it up there near our crafting table since we have to be outside and I don't want to be interrupted by monsters when we're doing crafting. I do believe the higher up the crafting table is, the more starlight it gathers, or the higher the power or something. Does this show? Okay, so we have a bar that shows something. Can we do anything with this? No, it doesn't work. Okay, so that's cool. It shows you the recipe, how much you need, how much you have, and obviously we need a little bit more because we're not quite there. Very good. Does this retain items? It looks like it does. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So you can just leave items in there if you want to. Craft up a bunch of these, have different recipes for different things. Right, so pretty much what we need to do is wait until nighttime, which is going to be a little bit... Where is the sun? I'm looking for it. I feel like I'm blind. Right overhead. That's why I'm not seeing it. So it is noon right now, almost noon. So we got to wait until the sun goes down, starlight comes out, and then hopefully this bar will start increasing. We'll be able to do some crafting. In the meantime, like I said, I will go ahead and make myself a Magnum Torch. Why is that guy still around? Am I even going to be able to kill this guy? He's blighted. He'll probably one-hit me. I don't even want to know how much damage this guy will do to me. Then we got another guy behind him. Oh, what do we got? I got a wither effect for some reason. Okay, well that guy dropped a heart, so that's very good. Alright, so did we just get one heart? Yeah, let's go ahead and pop this. Cool. So now we have 2 yellow hearts. Very good. Alright, well I'll go ahead and make the Magnum Torch, and we'll be back, guys. Alright guys, so it is now sunset. Well, it might be nighttime. No, it still says sunset. We can see that the bar is going up, and it looks like we can craft this thing. Although, I'm not seeing... Do we have to click it with the resonating wand in order to craft this thing? Let's try it. Okay. So something's definitely happening. We look in here... Does it just take like 10 years to craft something with this table? I don't know. That's kind of cool though. Ah, look at that. I made the advancement Vivid Wave. Okay, so that is how you make a mana pool. That's cool. We figured that out. So we need to now take the mana pool and fill it with a little bit of mana. Now, I did place a Mega Torch right here. So that should keep most of the monsters away from their front door, at least spawning around here. Hopefully we'll be okay. So now that we have that, we need to get ourselves some kind of mana producing flower. Sounds like some zombie or some monster saw me. Anyway, we'll get out of here. I turned the monster sounds down. I should probably turn those back up again. Music and sound. There we go. I had those down when I was waiting over at the Starlight Altar thing, because there was like a slime that was bouncing around and just would not stop making sounds, and it was driving me crazy. So I did kill another rare monster, so we now have 3 yellow hearts, and then I killed a squid that was blighted, but it did not give me anything other than this golden chest plate. But anyway, so now we need to figure out what we're going to do for mana. We could do like Endo Flame, which might be easy for us to do. So that requires on the Petal Apothecary 2 brown, a red, and a light gray. Yeah, we just need a little bit of mana in order to make ourselves a mana pearl. Although the mana pearl does require a bit of mana, so we might want to make a few of these things. So let's make, I don't know, how about 3 Endo Flames? So there is 6 brown petals. We need 3 red, and then we need 3 light gray. Okay, so we have all the things that we need in order to do this. We do need our Petal Apothecary, and we're going to need some seeds. Okay, we are also, I did forget one important thing. We're going to need a mana spreader. Does that require any crazy recipes here? That is 1 petal or a shimmering mushroom, some living wood, and a gold. I think we have gold. I think we have the petals that we can use. Doesn't really matter what color. How about I do gray? That's fine. And then we need some living wood, which we already have as well. Okay, so we will make ourselves one of these mana spreaders. All right, so now that we have that, we should be able to come over here, make our petals. I'm sorry, make our endo flames out of the petals, right? Okay, so let's do water here. We will do 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of these. Cool. So there's that. We can put the water in here, and if we are fast enough, we can right-click with an empty hand to add back the last recipe, and we just have to toss a seed on there, all right? Water, right-click, and then seed. Very good. So now we have 3 endo flames. We have a mana pool, and we have a mana spreader. The endo flames connect to the mana spreader. The mana spreader shoots the mana into the mana pool. That's the way that works if you're unfamiliar with Botania. Okay, so now that we have all of this, let's head back over to our green area. And I guess we'll set it up over here, just something kind of basic in order for us to get going. So we'll do like 3 endo flames. We'll do our mana pool here, I guess. We'll be fine. And then the mana spreader. Since we don't have the wand, we'll place it right like that so it's pointed at the pool. Actually, this is incorrect. Since we don't have the wand, we place down the flowers. They're not connected to anything. They don't know what to connect to. But now that we have a mana spreader down, when we place these things down, it'll see the mana spreader and be like, oh, okay, that's the nearest one. We'll just connect to these. So now these 3 are talking to the mana spreader. The mana spreader just shoots the mana at the mana pool and it collects it, right? Okay, so to proceed beyond this point, we need to feed the endo flame some kind of furnace burnable fuel. I will just use coal for this point. So each flower requires its own fuel source. We need to drop 3 at a time. So I'll do that. Okay, so you can see all 3 of those are lit up. They are producing mana, sending it to the mana spreader, but not producing a whole lot of mana. And we can't really see what it's doing. Actually, I feel like I might have done something incorrectly here. Let's do Wand of the Forest. We're going to need this thing in order to see what we're doing and what we're doing wrong, if anything. So we need 6 living wood to turn into these living wood twigs. Let's do that real quick. Yeah, I feel like I might have done something incorrect there. I don't know. That's the way it's worked before in the past. So if there is something wrong, whoops. Okay, so now we get to choose the colors that we want this thing to be. Let's do, how about orange and black? Sure, we'll do like Halloween style colors. Why not? Okay, so we'll do black, we'll do orange. You can kind of see the colors here, black, orange. We can swap them if we want it like that. I think this way looked better. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Okay, so there is our Wand of the Forest. Now let me see what's going on here. This is full. I'm pretty sure before, if you set down a mana spreader and it was pointed in a cardinal direction at the mana pool, it would just work. But this one wasn't. So the way the Botania works, when you right click on something, it'll update the bar. So right now the bar is green. If I right click on it again, see there's just a little bit of stuff in there because it already sent all the mana out, right? The mana spreader sends out a burst of mana once it reaches enough. There's not enough to send a mana burst, so the extra mana just kind of like sits in there. And then you can right click on the mana pool. You see that updated. There's 1 pixel of blue that shows you about how much mana is in there. We're fine right now if there's enough mana to make our mana pearl. And we can also see if this is going to work or not by holding the mana pearl and looking at it. You can see there's an X on that little crafting screen, which means we do not have enough mana. All right, so I'll drop 3 more of those. I think a lot of the mana got wasted that these endo flames were producing. So now that we're producing mana and sending it over here, we can kind of see this bar move and mana burst gets shot out as we spam right click on here. Eventually this blue bar will go up and we don't really have to spam at it. We can just hold the mana pearl and look and it will say when it's ready, when there's enough mana in there for us to drop that pearl in to make ourselves the mana pearl. Well, this is going to take a little bit of time, so when this is done and I make the mana pearl, we'll be right back. And just like that, it's done. So if we queue that in there, we have a mana pearl. Cool. So now we need to craft this on our Starlight Altar, but it's now daytime. I don't know if it retains some of the starlight power from the previous night or what the deal is. Let's take a look real quick. Maybe we'll be able to do this. Oh, it's draining. Put that in there. One of those. Can I click it? I don't have the thing. Oh, a thing's happening. Maybe we'll get this done. Hopefully it happens before this bar runs out. I don't know what happens if we started the craft, if it's fine, or does it have to like finish before the sun comes up? Hopefully this just works. Oh yeah, look at that. Cool, we got it. Very good. So we got ourselves a Runic Altar. So those are the two items from Botania that we needed in order to proceed with doing a little bit of the environmental tech stuff. So we are done, guys. Well, we got to a point where we can proceed anyway. We're done with trying to get Botania stuff. We now have it. Guys, we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. Yeah, we are definitely making progress. Astral Sorcery, like I said before last time, is a mod that I've never used before, so I'm derping around. I don't really know what I'm doing with it. Figuring it out as we go, and it's kind of cool. I like it. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.